Hi Taurus, welcome to your week ahead tarot scope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. Check them out for all three so that you know which part of you I resonate with most as a reader. Remember, they are general readings. Use your own discernment. There's no astrology in these, so make sure you check out all three so that you know which part of you is resonating most with my readings. With that said, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week, and worth noting, if you are a continued subby, Rafi loves you. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. All right, for your key to the week this week, you have the Hanged Man. So this week, take it easy, right? This is not a week to rush it. It's not a week to force it. And it is actually a week to really do some deep sort of, it's not even about soul searching. This is really about finding a way to accept where you're at right now. So in all of these different areas of your life, Tarot is encouraging you this week to find the peace in where you're at this moment in time without stressing yourself about how you move forward. All right, so and put these here. For your actions and options this week, you have the Empress card. Now, these two cards have a very special link. I don't have the time to talk about it at the moment, but what I will say is, if you want to find out what that is, on the 18th of April, so on the 18th of this month, I will be opening up enrollment for my tarot course once more. It's going to be the last time I run this course this year, because I've got a whole bunch of other things that I want to bring you throughout the year as well. So if you are interested in spending 12 weeks with me to learn tarot, all of the foundations that you need, more PDFs and all the rest of it that you can shake a stick at, bonus videos, weekly sessions, the recordings, all of that good stuff, stay tuned. I will be opening enrollment on the 18th and it will shut promptly on the 30th. All right, so anyway, for your actions and options, you've got the Empress. Now, remember, the Empress is Venus. She's a lady, darling, right? She likes it easy, and Venus is your ruling planet. Now, I'm not going to go into the astrology, but this is interesting for a few reasons. One, because it represents Venus, which is your ruling planet. And two, because this card and the Hanged Man, they have a special link, right? But what this really shows up as on a practical level is you getting really clear, really serious about what it is that you are focused on, about what it is that really feels good to you at this moment in time, right? And more importantly, with the Hanged Man here, this is about what you're giving birth to. This is about what you are ready to put out into the world. So whatever ideas you have at the moment, whatever things you are nourishing and nurturing, it's like, okay, I've got this idea, I'm building it. Take your time with it. You have time, right? You don't have forever, especially if you want to put this thing out into the world in a way that it's gonna matter, it's gonna mean something to you and to others. So you don't have forever, but you have time. And so it's worth, if you're gonna plant seeds, wouldn't you want to make sure you have the best soil, the best seed, the best sunlight, the purest water, right? You want to make sure that you've got because you've got all the components. Now you just need to make sure that you've got the best sort of system or structure in place to really nourish and nurture that. The opportunities or, the options that are available to you this week are for pleasure and enjoyment, right? Whatever that looks like to you. And pleasure and enjoyment can also be a path to enlightenment, right? That's one of the deeper meanings of the Hanged Man card. So for your communications and conversations, you've got the Four of Pentacles. So this can be a materially stuck card, but it can also be a card of stagnancy. But very often I see this card when people are saving money for a specific idea or for a specific purchase. 9 times out of 10 it's a home, but with the other cards that are present here, it looks like you're building your wealth or your resources for something that you have in mind when it comes to your work, your profession or your career, or maybe even your studies. Now you may be tempted to just kind of say, oh, you know what, fuck it, I'm just going to jump in, I'm going to do it now, when really the Hanged Man is saying, if you wait, you will get that much more bang for your buck at a later date. All right, if you can wait until birthday season, which is basically just around the corner, that might even be the best way to go as well. All right, so I would stick in for that if I were you. Now, for those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, the Four of Pentacles and the Empress are basically saying not only is the money that you need to study available to you, but it may actually come down to, like, you might be able to get a payment plan or something put in place that is better than what you expected. If you're purchasing a property or something like that, maybe you get a better payment plan than you were expecting. That, you know, if you're willing to wait and you're willing to do it the right way, the money that you have could go further. That's the message here. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, because remember, your communications and conversations can also be contracts as well. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, this Four of Pentacles, when it comes to the resources that you get or the compensation that you get for the work that you do, there might be, you know, you might sort of want to dig in this week and say to your boss, look, you know what, I need a raise. I'm doing too much, I'm giving too much. But again, the Hanged Man. If you wait, you might see that the results or the rewards are actually, you know, they're on their way in. You just can't see them at this moment in time. I would say give it at least another 2+ weeks. And if you haven't had it by then obviously seek to be more proactive about it. But if you wait, if you hang back, you might be surprised. You might get a bonus, you might get, you know, the tap on the shoulder, all that good stuff. For those of you that are employed, business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, your Four of Pentacles, whatever it is that you need for your business, the money will be available to you. But interestingly enough, the Hanged Man is saying it's not the right time to make the purchase just now. And I wonder if that's because of everything that's going on in the sky. If you know, I know I said I wasn't going to talk astrology, but sometimes it's hard not to. We've got Mercury retrograde going on. We've got an eclipse going on, right? We've got the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction coming up as well. There's a lot of big energies around at the moment. And so it's not to say delay your plans. It's more a case of wait and let things unfold first and then move forward when you can see that all of the components are actually in place in a way that's going to be beneficial to you. When it comes to those of you that are retired and no longer working, this Four of Pentacles, especially with the Empress, it's like you're getting serious about enjoying your resources and the fruits of your labor, but you're also being really conscious of how much longer you've got to go, right? If you retire at that age of 55, that's wonderful. It's amazing, right? But obviously then you've got longer to go without earning a wage. This looks to me like you're configuring your finances to kind of match the amount of retirement that you have left, which is very wise, especially because Taurus lives longer than pretty much any other sign. Taurus and Capricorn are the longest living. For your love and relations, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. This is very interesting to me. Why? Because Aries had this same card, different deck in this same position. So if you have relationships with Aries people, as I'm sure a lot of you will or do, this might be a time where those relationships actually start to improve in some way. When it comes to those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, this is a travel card, right? So there's that, but you've got it with the Empress and you've also got the Hanged Man. You really, if you're partnered, there's a lot of real introspection and also communication around your relationship at this moment in time and the health of it. This looks like a relationship health check, but it's also improvement of that relationship. It's also you thinking about what are our travel plans? Where do we want to go from here? What does the future look like for us as a collective? For those of you that are single and looking, maybe it's through, you know, some form of travel that somebody shows up, but also I actually like this for meeting somebody in an academic sort of sphere or setting. So if you're studying something, even if it's just an online course, right, it doesn't have to just be in person, there could be a connection. You do have the Hanged Man, so take it slow, all right? Don't rush anything here. And then for your money and materials, you've got the Seven of Wands. So the first thing that I want to say to you is when it comes to your finances and your resources, you might have a disagreement this week with somebody. Like You could just be doing something that you feel is really good for you, or that's really pleasurable, or something that you really enjoy. And there could be someone saying, you know, oh, that's not smart, it's not sensible, you're wasting your money. Like, you know, it's like, listen, if my bills are paid, right, and I don't ask nobody if I'm going to share this with you because you're Taurus and you're salt of the earth, and I can say this to you. My whole ethos on life is, when people try to tell me what I should and shouldn't be doing, if you ain't feeding me, financing me, or fucking me, mind your damn business, right? Look, that's how I live my life. Take it or leave it, right? Now, you got this. I can hear all the Taurians out there like, yes, Raph! The Seven of Wands is a challenge card though, right? So this is something that you do need to watch out for, because you've got it here with the Hanged Man. It might actually come about as like a confusion. Like there might be a moment where it's like somebody misunderstands something, and maybe out of care and courtesy or love or whatever, they try to sort of rein you in some way, and you're like, no, like why are we having this conversation? When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this is your immune system. Now, I'm not a doctor, can't give you medical advice. This is not a diagnosis, right? Take it with a pinch of salt. But the Seven of Wands, immune system. The Hanged Man, endocrine system. When I see these two together, if you suffer from things like chronic fatigue syndrome, if you if you've currently got skin problems or issues that you can't get to the root of, look for mold in your home. And also, if you're having sort of stuff that seems to be mystery, start looking at your immune system, and also start looking into your endocrine system. All right, there's something out of balance here, and it may be wreaking havoc on your health. When it comes to your home and environment, the Seven of Wands with the Hanged Man, it is possible here that a recurring issue that you've had either with water or particularly around a heating system in the home could come up this week. So, you know, if it does, get it sorted ASAP. All right. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.